So what item are we gonna get in this basement XL room? City Longlegs. Bad item, probably in my top 20 worst items in Binding of Isaac. I mean, there are over 300 to pick from, which is saying a lot. So last time, in the last part, I may have come up as a bit strong and, offensive and stuff. And I'd just like to apologise and say I'm sorry if I did, make anyone feel a bit bad about themselves or just simply just for being a jerk. I mean, for those who didn't watch the last part, basically I was talking about the 5p plastic bag law that took place in the UK starting October the 5th, 2015, which is this year, according to this video. And I kind of, at first it led to me going, yeah, it's a bit annoying, but, I don't have too much of a problem with it. But then it sort of led on to, me saying about how the customer isn't always right. And I'll be honest, I don't retract from that statement, I still stick by it. But when they are gosh darn right and nice and, cool and, it makes your job feel better. And then you get the other half, well not half, but the small percentage of other customers, they just make out like you're wrong most of the time, and it's not, Like, if an item's placed somewhere where it says the offer applies to something else, but an item is on there, that's like if, if it says 50% off, but it was for a packet of crisps, but instead a car was on where that offer was, then the car's not 50% off, it's the crisps. Or like if I was in China and it says Chinese people, and there's a sign saying Chinese people live here, does that mean I live there? No. I don't know what I'm talking about now. I just get so frustrated that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Welcome to my life. The day of this video, just before doing this commentary, I had a shift, and I won't go to any person, not even their age group, but there was this person who had not a go at me, but sort of criticised how I gave them their change. Wow, you must really have very few problems if you're criticising how I give people change. I mean, all I did was just gave her change in one go. Probably not the most effective way of displaying it, but I gave it to her. Okay, so it was a woman, but I won't go into the age group, or I don't even know her name, or I can't even remember what she looked like, but all I just remember was just that moment, just really? She was like, I can't quote her directly. Basically, she was on about how she basically said, well, she wouldn't have known how much change she had if I just slap it on her hand like that. Okay, I'll say this. I think that's an exaggeration. I didn't just slap it on her hand. I just sort of gave it all to her at once. She don't trust me enough, as I got the job for a reason. I'm good at maths. I'm trustworthy. Can't you trust me on this just one time? Please? Can't you just put your faith in me? Why would I give you the wrong change? Why would I do that? It's just insane. It's just those little things that get on my nerves a little bit, I mean, she must be a really happy person, because if that's one of her problems with the surface, then I'm certain you're a pretty happy person, lady. snack. Pentagram, damage up, nice. Creaky chair, here we go. I might as well just come to a close really and just say customers are usually right, some are wrong, let's end it there. I don't want to get too much into it because it's such a awful topic really. Let's move on to something more optimistic. Like, how about that woman called Josie Cunningham? For those of you who don't know who Josie Cunningham is, she has been claimed as, by the public and some other critics and stuff, or journalists and what have you, as the most shameless woman in Britain. The most shameless woman in Britain. How do you even get that title? Well, just doing a bit of research online and reading some articles and even reading a bit on the Sunday People newspaper a few days ago, yeah, I can see why she can be considered that. I try not to judge people really. I'm sure they have their reasons and such for doing things, but I don't know. The reasons she's given is it's just pretty shallow really. I don't know her as a person. She's in her mid-20s rather. And all I can really say is, I'm free to question her life choices, and why she has done the things she has done. I've only heard of her. I don't really know, didn't really know what she was famous for and the like. But I think it's more to do with infamy, really. She's known for being infamously sort of bit self-centered, well, quite self-centered, really. The one article I was reading recently that's bringing this topic up was one in the Sunday People newspaper, which I don't read, I just read sort of the heading. It was the claim saying she is the most shameless woman in Britain, and what she recently done to be given such a sort of tag on her name. That sort of quote, that sort of title rather. Why don't you just use title earlier? I mean, what? Anyway, this new thing she done, or the most recent thing anyway, is she got rid of her unborn child so she could get a nose job. Yeah, that's pretty darn low there. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, no, maybe it would, well, I can't really think of how that could be beneficial, really. I mean, you got rid of your unborn child. That was 3 months. You were 3 months pregnant. It was a 3-month being in your belly, and you just took away its life for what? A nose job. Now, was it a good nose job at the very least? No, not really. I mean, she doesn't look much better. I had to look at some pictures, and comparison, not much. In fact, I think she looks worse. I don't know, that's just my opinion anyway. So why did she get this nose job? She got the nose job because she think it would help her move up in her dreams, move up towards getting a career as a glamour model. She thinks getting a nose job would help her with her glamour modeling ambitions. Her dream career as a glamour model. Now, I don't know, just look at this woman. Do you think she's glamour model material? I'm sure she is to some people's eyes, and I'm sure that she's good at being a glamour model, or at least, you know, trying to be a glamour model, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, not a very good role model. I mean, let alone a glamour model. Well, she has some experience after all. She is a £1,000 a session escort. Gotta be proud, gotta be proud. Well, at least she's making money. It's just I probably wouldn't make money, you know, doing such activities. Because I am a bloke, I'm slightly younger, different upbringing, so many factors. But, you know, some people just didn't have the life I've had, really, you know? Well, I sound like I'm dying. Don't worry, I'm not dying. Well, some of you probably aren't worrying, you probably don't even know who I am. Just some guy talking over this gameplay footage. Anywho, yeah, she probably had a different upbringing to what lots of us people have had, really. But not much of it that I haven't really researched into that anyway. By research, I mean just Googling and seeing what pops up. But I've just been looking at what she's done in the past, and Josie Cunningham, yeah. Getting rid of unborn child to try and further your, you know, career. Well, trying to further your way to being a glamour model, trying as an attempt to get closer to being a glamour model. Anyway, yeah, I doubt. I really doubt it. I don't see a chance in being a glamour model if you make such a, you know, a life-changing decision and just do it with little regards to, you know, how people will see you, you know? Now, it's not like she's tried this before. She's thought about, because she has like 3 kids. Her third child she was gonna get rid of because she was worried that it would ruin her chances of appearing in Big Brother 2014. But, you know, she was considering it, but this of course led to a negative reception, and therefore it got to a point where she was like, okay, fine, you know, just sort of like keep the kid. And yep, she still has, she has the child, and I guess this was her, getting rid of the fourth was sort of like a I could do what I want statement, like sort of a, not revenge, that's not the right word, sort of like a, I could do what I want because, you know, the NHS can allow it. But from what I've read in that same article on the Sunday People, practitioners are now banning, or it's been banned now, like practitioners are no longer allowed to sort of accept this sort of offer of getting rid of a baby for surgery which to improve or modify your features like your nose and such, because it's just, yeah, you probably know why already. If you feel the way I do about what she did, then you probably know why. Because it just seems kind of irresponsible and just kind of immature, really. So hopefully won't be hearing a story like that in a long time. Let's just hope, because life is quite a big factor, and she treated it like it was, you know, a weight holding her down, and I don't know, just kind of silly, just darn silly, if you ask me. I don't know.